GME, or the Gamestop token, is rallying. It continues to go up. The question is why? Who is buying here? Who's selling here? We're going to look at the on-chain metrics to figure out how much more upside potential is there, but also how much longer this rally could last. Now, the price is currently 0.3026. And we are up 14% today, 154% this week, and more than 2,600% this year. Now, there are several GME tokens. This video discusses the Ethereum token that starts with 0xC56C. And the nice thing about that token is that pretty much all of the trading volume happens directly on chain. So it's all on Uniswap V2 or V3, and that gives us a lot of transparency, right? The blockchain is a transparent ledger. We can have a look at the buyers and sellers. Now, today there are 475 buyers versus 222 sellers. We are very close to an all-time high. And what you see over here is when I first bought the GME token. Unfortunately, I sold it prior to the rally, but I want to show a few data points that led me towards buying at the point. Have a look at this here. This comes from the premium membership. It's the Gerhard trade channel. So this is where I announced my buying and selling. This comes from October 25th, how I bought that GME token. And that's because we track one wallet. We do a lot of wallet tracking in premium, where we found out that a whale called FBB4 that also pushed up the book of Ethereum token, they dollar cost average into the token. Now, this was all the way into this rally here. And then at some point the rally stopped, and that's when I unfortunately sold. But here are all those transactions, right? Have a look at this. June 3rd, June 4th, etc. There are so many transactions by this whale buying into the GME token. It pretty much never stops. And the recent transactions happened on December 8th, where he bought 9K worth of the token here, another 3K here, another 3K here. So that's 15K plus another 20K here, 35K on a single day by that whale, but also by Alex Becker. And so this guy now has a wallet that's worth 37 million, and he's holding not just GME, he's also holding Memecoin. But have a look at this, 4.7 million worth of GME. And as such, it's the largest of the holders of the token. He's got 4.2% of the entire supply now. And in the wallet tracking, we have seen that he was only buying the token. He was not selling the token. Over time, though, the wallet balance is not only going up. That's because sometimes he's sending over some tokens to other wallets. Maybe because of cold storage, maybe because of other reasons. I do not know. Now let's have a look at the on-chain metrics in a bit more detail. Let's have a look at all the other holders. There are more than 7,000 holders in total. But not all of those 7,517 wallets have the same amounts, right? Some of them have millions of dollars worth of the token. Others might just have a few cents. Let's dive deeper. What we're seeing over here is the number of retail wallets versus whale wallets over time. And we make that differentiation by minimum holding thresholds. So on the left side, we see the number of wallets that have at least 400,000 tokens. At the current price, that's roughly $1,000 worth of the token. For the chart in the middle, we go a 10x in minimum holding. So that's now $10,000 worth of the token. For the chart on the right, another 10x. So that's $100,000 worth of the token. We see that the recent rally is not necessarily driven only by the whales, not only by the Alex Beckers and the Memecoin team that they're buying in. It seems like it's especially small retail that's growing in numbers. We can also see this in the number of buyers and sellers over time. Again, attention runs in waves, right? Sometimes we had days where there are more than 5,000 wallets that traded the token. And currently the number of whales that trade the token is going up again, but especially when we look at the relationship or at the fraction of buyers to sellers, we now really see how the purchasing pressure is building up. In the recent days, we mainly saw 60% of buyers versus only 40% of sellers. Now, what exactly happened in the last month where the price went up by 150%? Here are the same kind of holding thresholds, but only for the last month. So we are not looking at all-time charts. We're just looking at the last month. The number of retail wallets grew by roughly 15%. The number of medium-sized retail wallets that have at least $10,000 worth of the token grew by roughly 5%. And the growth of the number of whales also grew by roughly 5%. So again, this indicates that it's not just the whales that accumulate into the token, it's also the retail investors that seem to be growing the fastest. This is a broad rally supported by pretty much everyone. And with this price rally, of course, the investor base is growing as well. And so on the left side, we see the number of new wallets that interacted with the token in the last month. That hit an all-time high yesterday. And we can ignore the latest data point over here on the 9th of December because today is isn't yet over. We also see how the ratio of returning users versus new users tends to go up, especially in the last few days. We see more and more people accumulating GME. The liquidity is currently at 4 million. The market cap is at 110 million. And that puts it at number 27 among the trending tokens on the Ethereum chain. Now, there are way larger tokens on Ethereum with way more liquidity, way larger market caps. A 2-3x is definitely possible even without a centralized exchange listing. Again, I unfortunately do not own any GME anymore. I bought early, but I sold too early as well. I believe that the whale is likely going to continue to accumulate up until the centralized exchange listing. Very often, centralized exchange listings are then the exit opportunity for those large whales. Because dumping 5 million worth of the token into a liquidity pool with the same size will pretty much crush the price instantly. Once there's more liquidity by the centralized exchanges, of course, this will change. Now, here's the thing. Recently, the altcoins are having a very nice run. What we've got over here is the others dominance. So how much of all of crypto is currently in the altcoins that are not in the top 10? And within a month, this went up by roughly 25%. A lot of money from traditional finance is finally flowing into crypto again. The stablecoin market cap tends to rise. It's even accelerating recently. And that's happening since the beginning of October of last year. What we see over here, that's the Terra Luna collapse. This is the Anchor protocol going bust. This is when UST depegged. It started the bear market where also FTX imploded. And then we saw the turnaround at the beginning of October of last year. And now we really see money coming in. All of crypto is going up. This is the bull run. The issue is that especially for the people that just recently start out, most people tend to buy the things that just recently went up. Most people simply buy the things where currently a lot of attention is. But the art in crypto, I believe, is to buy the things before everybody looks at it. Because once, especially the very risky tokens, they are already large, then we mainly see profit taking. For example, here, this is the largest meme coins in the Pump.fun ecosystem. So that's the launchpad of meme coins on Solana. And just have a look at this, right? This is the performance in the last 7 days. Most of those tokens went down. It's about buying tokens before they become large. For example, over here, this is the GOAT token. It's currently at 70 cents. And I tried to be early on this channel, right? I published a video when it was still at 24 cents. And so this is what this channel is all about, right? It's trying to identify tokens that have positive momentum, a lot of organic growth, but at the same time that still have the 2, 3, 4, 5x potential. And so if you want to be early next time, feel free to subscribe over here. I publish videos regularly. Now, how do I find tokens like GOAT early? Why am I so confident that tokens like this can go higher? The answer is wallet tracking. So the blockchain is 100% transparent and we can have a look at what are other people doing. For example, over here, right? This is a signal today. We see how influencer Crypto Gains bought the agent token for 0.035 cents. That was over here. Afterwards, the price went up by 120%. Then, of course, subsequently, it still went down. It's still up since the purchase. But that's how the game works, right? You want to buy tokens that currently have momentum. You want to take profit very early, and you want to buy the things that other influencers buy. You want to buy the things that insiders are buying. You want to buy the things that other top traders are buying. Now, here's that influencer, that Crypto Gains influencer. He's currently got more than 130,000 subscribers. He's reaching the 140K. And through on-chain analytics, we found a lot of his wallets. We've got 55 of his wallets that we are tracking where we get alerts whenever he buys or sells something. And so I just had a look at his recent video. This AI agent crypto will 100% make people millions. That's the strawberry token. So that's published just 19 hours ago when the price was at 26 cents. And we got our alert that Crypto Gains bought the token for 17 cents. And so subsequently, the price went up by 215%. But surprise, surprise, once the video hits YouTube, it's already too late. We did see quite a correction subsequently. So have a look at this, right? This is actually 17 hours ago, right? This is the top at 11 p.m. Now it's 4 p.m. And this video was published 19 hours ago, but that doesn't really match with the price. So the video was published somewhere when the price was already here. So something happened between recording of the price and publishing of the video on YouTube. And so here's potentially what happened, right? It's just a guess, but but probably CryptoGains bought the token. He found it very interesting for whatever reason. He then potentially talked about this in his premium community. Then some of his people might find the token interesting as well, right? It might have been a recommendation to buy, but it's simply just a mention potentially in that community. A lot of his followers buy the token and they're pushing up the price further and further. And once the YouTube video hits, that's then when they tend to sell. That's probably why we see the recent decline. And so that just shows how much power there is in wallet tracking. With wallet tracking, we can be among the very early buyers. We can buy directly with the influencers, with the insiders, before all of those other people buy in. It's really about getting an edge in crypto. It's really about learning more than others. It's figuring out the data that most people are too lazy to compile or that don't have the capacity to compile. Now, I talk now a lot about the single influencer, but it's actually not just CryptoGains that we're looking at. For example, check this out. This is Crypto Banter. They've got 1.1 million subscribers. When they talk about a token in a video and thousands of people watch that video, of course this generates attention. Of course this pushes up the price. And so of course we also have some of their wallets. We've got 33 that we are tracking. Well, have a look at this. This is Alex Becker, 1.5 million subscribers. And we've got 12 of his wallets. I really believe this is the way to make money in crypto. It's not drawing random lines on charts, etc. It's getting an information edge. It's working for that information edge. And so that's why I created a tutorial course just on how to find influencer wallets, how to then set up alerts for those influencers, and how to then also interpret the signals that we get from the alerts. It's 8 videos in total, and it's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Now, I do not pump and dump on this audience, right? We are just trying to find information edge outside of the community. Now, premium is not just about wallet tracking. It's also about backtesting indicators. It's also about risk mitigation, portfolio diversification, on-chain analytics. There's more than 100 tutorial videos in total. Once we have a wallet signal, we of course also have to discuss when should we buy, when should we sell. We have to compare our on-chain analytics. That's why we've got the dedicated chats on the individual altcoins as well. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $165 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, in case you don't learn anything, just message me within the first 7 days and I will refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. And so does it make sense to buy GME now? I believe that the centralized exchange listing is probably going to be the next step. Up until then, we have to see continued support by small retail and of course by the whale. That's why we have to continue monitoring what that whale is doing. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video or see you in premium. Cheers.